Welcome to today's video. I'm going to share questions that has come across my way on various platforms on confidence. Next week, I'll do the same thing with communication. And the third week, I'll do the same with intra-office networking. So please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can follow me as I talk on these questions. My name is Oyinka Akimade. I'm a speaker and I'm a workplace coach. I help people demonstrate confidence, own their space, and communicate effectively so that they enjoy what they do and where they are as professionals. And I also created an online course on confidence. So please check it out in the link below and I'll drop that in the description. So back to the question. Today's question, the one I'll start with, or maybe the only one. Let's see how it goes. What 3 habits can transform my confidence completely? What 3 habits can transform my confidence completely? The first thing, or the first habit you should have, is the habit of recognizing your value. Recognizing your value. And there's so many things that will flow out of you because you recognize your value. When something is valuable, you're not ashamed of it. When something is valuable, there's a way you treat it. And I'll discuss about 3 or 4 things that happens when you recognize your own value. Like I said, you're not ashamed of it. So you'll be willing to demonstrate what you can do. You'll be willing to show your value, to show your worth. You'll be willing to step out of the box because you know what you're doing. Listen, your value doesn't just come from the structured education or training that you received as a professional. Your background, your culture, your exposure, your likes and your dislikes. You see, everything about you and what you have experienced up until the present time, in addition with your skilled training, is what makes you unique. It's what makes you different from the next person. And that is something that every organization needs. And here is why. Every service or every service you ever give or every good you ever produced serves people. People of diverse backgrounds, likes, dislikes. So it will be beneficial for an organization to have people of diverse backgrounds, of diverse opinions that are willing to express them, because it's in the process of expressing these things that they can fine-tune their product or their service. So you see, the whole of you makes your organization a better place, and it's time for you to start treating yourself as such and showing your value. The second thing that happens is that you will continually invest in yourself. When you have something, when you recognize yourself as valuable, you want to make sure that you're able to connect with the people that you need to connect with. And that will involve sometimes going for further training, sometimes going out of your way to learn something that would make you better, because you always want to be better because you value it. You always want that value to continue to shine and to continue to help people and to continue to be of use to the people around you. So you would be willing and you will actually invest in yourself. The third thing that happens is that you will treat yourself with respect. Listen, if you buy a diamond in a store, you won't throw it anywhere. You are more valuable than a diamond. So treat yourself with respect. Carry yourself with respect and with value. Don't put yourself in situations that will cast a doubt on the real you. Don't engage in things that would cast a doubt or that would put a shadow on your personal brand and your professional brand, because both of them are intermingled. You will choose the battles you fight. You will choose how you respond. You will think about how you can better deal with situations. You won't be very reactionary when things happen. The fourth thing is that you would recognize the battles you have to fight. That's kind of connected to the third thing, because you won't, if you have a diamond, right, and you're going to a very rough market, you won't put on your best diamonds, but you put on your best diamonds in a place that would, appreciate it and where you're able to wear it comfortably. The same thing too, you would, as an individual, you need to pick your battles. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every battle would add to you. So look at those battles that would not add to you and you ignore them and you move on, or you would treat it in another way. So you would recognize the fights that you should have and those that you shouldn't have. You would recognize the things that would add to your value and those things that would take away from your value. So the first tip, like I said, recognize your value. The second thing I said is tied to the first, meaning showing it. So you cannot show what you don't think you have because you would not know how to show it. So you'll be intentional in the way you show that value. You have to begin to think in a strategic way. How can I best present this value? How can I best express this opinion? How can I do it in such a way that the other person is able to recognize that value? Because if you have a diamond and you throw it on the street, anyone else seeing it will probably think it's just an ordinary stone. You wouldn't think that you will find a diamond on the floor outside. So you see, when you value yourself, you're intentional about the way you show up. You're intentional about taking initiative, engaging. You're thinking, how can I best show my value? Does that make sense? The third habit to have is to connect with people. Form the habit of connecting with people. So the first one I said is to form the habit of recognizing your value. Form the habit of showing it, being intentional and deliberate on how you show your value. The third thing is form the habit of connecting with people. Because until you connect with people, you do not know how best to serve them. You don't know how best to show them the value you have. You need to have the ability to understand their needs and their wants so that you're able to craft whatever it is you can do in a way that they can recognize that it is valuable to them. So that means sometimes going out of your comfort zone. For those of you that are on the quiet side, on the introverted side, that you just kind of, gain strength and you're at your best when you're in your own space. I am not saying that you should totally become outgoing or extroverted or change who you are, but I'm saying that you should take the initiative to connect with people. When you walk into the office in the mornings, connect with them, say hello, ask how their day has been, depending on how, what your morning is like, but connect with them, really find out genuinely how you can serve them, how you can meet their needs. And in helping other people, in connecting with other people, in advocating for other people, in understanding their needs, that would help you demonstrate confidence better, because then you're able to show that value that you have. So those were the 3 habits that I recommended. I'll go over it again. Recognize your value. Form the habit of recognizing your value, form the habit of showing your value, and form the habit of connecting with people so you understand them and how to best serve them and help them and show the value you have for them. So that's the question, one of the questions I answered. So I hope you've gained something from it, and I hope to see you in the next video when I share a question or 2 on communication skills. Like I said, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you will know immediately I upload this content. Have a wonderful day or week ahead.